everybody. Welcome to Savanja University and welcome to the second day of the orientation program. My name is Pınar Çengelci. I'm a team member at the International Relations Office and I will be your host for today. Today we will be having brilliant presentations and seminars by very valuable people. So we will start the program with the speech of the President, Professor Yusuf Leblebici.
Thank you. So this is your second day. You have already seen most of our story. Here, I'd like to welcome you all to Savanja University first, and then give you a few more general guidelines, hints, and some ideas. And later on, we will continue with similar remarks with the other colleagues. My remarks will be quite limited, maybe 15, 20 minutes, not more than that. So come in. So please. I think a new bus came in. So I'll just wait for a few more minutes until everybody sits down. There is plenty of space up front here, so you don't need to sit in the back. So there's a lot of space up here. Come forward. The seating arrangements are marked. You know, wherever you see an X on one of these seats, it means don't sit there, right? You can sit anywhere where there is no X on the seat. Come in. There's still a lot of space up front here. Come in. Come to the front. Left and right, you can sit anywhere where there's no X. Okay, this is good exercise for what will happen in the classes starting next week. Good. So now everybody is sitting down. Welcome once again. My name is Yusuf Leblebici. I'm the president of the university. Welcome to campus. Welcome to university life. And as you have been seeing in the orientation programs earlier, since yesterday, we are ready to welcome you all to this fall semester, finally. For us, it's been a long wait, I have to say. We have to admit we have been waiting for this for 1.5 years, and same is true for you guys. So starting next week, this will be our routine. Every classroom is arranged more or less like this, with separated seating. Wherever you sit, it is indicated. So please follow these rules. This is important. Please also wear your masks inside the classroom as well. I will repeat these a few times, and you will see and hear these rules all the time. Anyway, welcome to Savanja University. I'd like to start by saying a few words about my own experience, because almost exactly 41 years ago, 41, I was exactly like you are at this point, sitting in an auditorium in a foreign country. I started my university education in Germany. Finishing high school, I started my university education in Technical University of Aachen. And then I continued with a master's degree and then with a doctorate in the United States. Then I stayed for more years in the US, and I participated in the original foundation of this university in the late 1990s when this university was getting built. This university is not very old, you notice, right? This is only 21 years old. And I participated in this first phase of the university. Then I went to Switzerland, and I spent the rest of my technical career in EPFL in Lausanne. Some of you may have heard about this place. My specialty is microelectronics. I design and I build chips, microchips. And these are the microchips that go into virtually everything from your smartphone into your computer into everything now. This is my research, my business. And 3 years ago, I decided to come back and take the responsibility as president of Savanja University. So for me, it has been a long tour, as you notice. And I can imagine that many of you sitting here today, just like I did 41 years ago in Germany in some large auditorium, many of you will have very interesting lives in front of you. And we will make sure that you will be best prepared for this new life that expects you. Okay? So a few remarks about life in Savanja University. You notice that we are a campus university. We have founded this university from the start as a true campus university. And now, after the pandemic, coming back to the campus, we will try to get back into campus life as much as possible. Of course, we have wonderful spaces, and please do make use of the good weather and open spaces as much as possible. Try to spend most of your time outdoors, and there is a wonderful campus outside waiting for you. This is the first remark that I want to emphasize. And look forward already from the first day, look forward to what will happen after you graduate from here. These are some of the companies where our graduates are working today, all over the world. More than 22% of our graduates are outside Turkey, in the US, in Canada, in Europe, in different countries, more and more in Asia, in Southeast Asia. And your career will be most likely in one of these companies or in one of these universities. These are some of the universities that our graduates continue their education with advanced degrees, masters, and PhD. So this university is, in fact, I can say this without any hesitation, the best higher education institution in Turkey. And it is one of the best in the region. Our graduates, when they come out from these doors with their diploma in hand, they have the opportunity to go anywhere they want. Be it in business, in founding their own business, founding their own companies, or higher education, going to other universities to get their master's and PhD degrees, or maybe even staying in Savanja University to get their doctorate, to get their PhD degrees. You can do any of these things. It will give you a lot of opportunities. Now, first of all, please always remember you are here to develop yourselves. all of you are coming from different high schools, different countries. The high school days are over. Now we see you as individuals, as human beings who have responsibility for yourselves, and you are here to develop yourselves. So the school mentality is over. I have to remind you. From now on, each and every one of you has to take the responsibility to develop yourselves. Always think about this. Because now, from now on, you are responsible individuals. Okay? And this includes this self-development, of course, trying to achieve the best in everything that you do. That's a given. We will expect you. Always keep your communication channels open. Always communicate clearly and openly with your friends, with your colleagues, with your teachers, with us, everybody on this campus. Communication is very, very important. And you will see, you will notice that Savanja University has a tradition of very close contact with students. We always keep close tabs on our students, and we expect the students to reciprocate. So please do that. Act responsibly everywhere. This is a general expectation. I used to use this slide even before the pandemic times, but now it becomes even more important. Acting responsibly, wearing the mask, being able to keep your distance. I know this is difficult, but you have lived through this as everybody else already for 1.5 years, so it shouldn't be coming as a big surprise. So we have to be careful. Okay? Be sensitive to your environment. This means the wonderful campus that you see around yourselves today, and also the buildings, the dormitories everywhere. This is a given. And we will give you the opportunities for knowing the rest of the world. You are all coming from different parts of the world, but we will also give you the opportunity to see and go to other places. You will see that our international programs are very, very strong, and you will experience this. Now, we have all the infrastructure that will help you to develop yourselves. We have a wonderful information center, for example. These are just examples. When you go around and get to know the campus, you will see all these wonderful opportunities that are given to you. Please discover these opportunities and start using them from day one, because they are here for you, okay? A wonderful information center with actual books, the old style. I like the old style. I'm an old guy, but you guys, I know you like more the electronic access. By all means, yes, we have an excellent collection of electronic media. So please make use of all these. We also have something that we call collaboration space or maker space. This is inside the information center building. It is a space where the students can develop their own projects. Of course, this is a picture coming from the older days. Now we are sitting more with distance, but it is still the same place. It is still the same purpose. All our laboratories, all our classrooms are equipped with the air conditioning and ventilation systems that circulate the air inside continuously, taking fresh air from the outside. But we ask you also to keep your distance as much as possible with the seating arrangements. So please, this is important. In the dormitories, we will try to monitor the health of our students as much as possible. We have a wonderfully equipped health center. Whenever you have any problem, please do not hesitate to contact the health center. We do not expect too many problems, but still, for us also, this is a big responsibility to have the health of our students in the best shape as much as possible. Okay? So please also don't forget to check out the student clubs. We have more than 50 student clubs on campus, and we all invite you to join one or more. There are some students who join more than 5, 6 different clubs. There's no limit, as much as time allows. But also keep in mind that starting from the first year, the curriculum in Savanja University will take a lot of your time. So please devote time to your studies. Savanja University is tough. We have a reputation for being tough. And you are here for that. I know that you came to Savanja University simply because you expect the top-rate education. So you will need to devote your time to your studies, but any time that remains, you have plenty of opportunities to join other clubs and other activities, social activities on campus, and make the best use of campus life. Okay? So with that, I'd like to welcome you again. So here is a collection of different ways of contacting us and the university. I'd like to welcome you to this wonderful campus, to this wonderful university. And I wish you all a very, very successful academic year and the continuation of your studies in Savanja University. So I'm looking forward to the day when I will be able to give you your diplomas. And I like to see all of you lined up waiting to get your diplomas. So thank you. Thank you very much. And please stay healthy and stay successful.
Thank you very much, President, for your speech. Up next, we have another speech by the Secretary General, Mr. Rasim Karas.
Good, because we are so excited. I mean, it was not a university without students, so we are very, very excited, and we are back on the stage after almost 2 years. I'm Rasim Karas. I'm Secretary General, and myself and my team is responsible all the operations, including dormitories, shuttles, cafeteria, student resources, IC, financial, so everything. So and we are here to give you best student experience during your stay in the university. First of all, welcome and congratulations. After a 1 year very tough study, you made it. You came to here. You came to best university in Turkey and one of the best in the region. And again, congratulations, not only you, but also your family who support you on that very tough year. So I'd like to give some information about our wonderful campus. Our campus was a stone pit. Do you know the stone pit? No. Okay, stone pit is the place where you extract the stone and used for the constructions. So that happened before 20 years. Now we have more than 100,000 trees, we have a lake. It's an artificial lake. We collect all the rains and snow to reuse to water back to our plants, trees, everything. So it is the oasis in that region, I can tell you. And another important, I think, the point, think about 20 years ago, 21 years ago. The team who is establishing that university is giving the name to library as an information center. Isn't it visionary? I mean, 21 years ago, everybody is calling as library and they are calling as information center. And also, they decided to set up 4 the rooms or studio for the online education 21 years ago, which we didn't use for a while, but after the COVID, we are very lucky that we start using immediately. I mean, around 1 or 2 weeks later, we are back on the education. So it was very reactive response from the all team. So that's why you are here in a very visionary campus, and not on the past, but also we are very visionary now, because you will see that we have another digital campus in the city where especially used for the professional programs for the after graduation currently. But if you have time during that time, during your study, please stop by and have a look. It's great location, great campus. And also we have another art center with the very different workshops for the carpets, or the carpentry, sorry, the metals, everything. And it is not only for the visual and art students, but for everybody who is interested in arts, from the engineering, from social learnings, everything. You can use that one. And also, I think one of you will start our new dorms, which we are opening, I think 1 or 2 weeks ago. So why I'm telling that one, also we are still in that visionary direction, and we are making the investment become more stronger, more bigger, and more ambitious in the future as well. So our investments are still continue. And I like to give a couple of information or numbers from our campus. We have around 5,200 students, including undergraduate and graduates, and around 10% international students, 10, 11, including the exchange students altogether, and from more than 60 nationalities. We have around 300 full-time faculty members, but if you add up the part-time, almost we can reach to 400 faculty members. And we have more than 13,000 graduates, and hopefully you will join them after a while. And so that's it in a nutshell. I'd like to really congratulate you again and wish you the best in that academic year. And my last advice, I mean, you will be your captain on your career, but during your stay, please create your own story with unforgettable memories. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary General, for your speech. Before we move on with the program, I want to make an announcement for the exchange students. According to your program, now is the time for your campus tour. If you could all raise up, you will see our students, the lovely students of Savanja University, in the back with the flags to guide you with the campus tour. So Wisha, if you can lead the way, we will wait until the exchange students leave to continue with the program. Yes, the campus tour is only for exchange students. Just to make it clear, for degree students, the campus tour will be held at 5 after the orientation program is complete. So if the degree students can stay seated, both graduate and undergraduate students. Yes. The campus tour is strictly for exchange students at the moment. The campus tour for degree students, including the undergraduate students and graduate students, will happen at 5 o'clock in the evening today. So if the degree students can stay seated, we will continue on with the program. I guess most of the degree students are also attending the live stream that we're providing at the moment. So we will be continuing with the program. Up next, we have a presentation by the Foundations Development Program. And Professor Emre Erol will be presenting more about the Foundation Development Year. So Professor Emre will take a minute. He will be right here.
This one. Yes, thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. Let me take my mask off. Welcome to Savanja University. It must be very nice to be you right now. I wish I was in your shoes. I remember my very first day at Savanja campus. I was once a student here. Now I'm a proud alumni. I really feel excited and energized on your behalf because you're going to have a lot of wonderful years on this campus. My name is Emre Erol. As you can see, I'm a faculty member at the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Also, I'm the director of the Foundations Development Program. Now, it's my duty in the next 20 minutes to explain to you what the Foundations Development Program is all about and how much of a central role it plays in your education here at Savanja University. So that will be our challenge. But first and foremost, again, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know it feels a little bit awkward that we have these X's on the chairs. We still have our masks. Unfortunately, the speed of mutation is faster than speed of vaccination all around the world, and COVID-19 is still with us. But I think you should feel happy because you are at an institution which spent a lot of energy to make this on-campus experience possible, despite very many challenges presented by the pandemic. So welcome. What is the Foundations Development Program? All right, bear with me. Savanja has this strange and fun culture of its own. We love to name things in our own way. We have the Savanja vocabulary, if you will. For instance, we have this quote-unquote library, right? Do we call it library? No, we call it information center. We love to do those things, these small word tricks. We name things in our own way. Foundations Development Program is the Savanja way of saying core curriculum. Core curriculum is a very widespread educational tradition, and our way of doing core curriculum, mandatory courses for all undergraduates, is unique. And I'll try to explain you why. Basically, our core curriculum, the Foundations Development Program, is a combination of two old traditions in higher education. Two way of doing, building up a university curriculum that is well known across the world. On the one hand, our inspiration comes from a very, very old tradition, liberal arts tradition. On the other hand, our inspiration comes from a rather more contemporary higher education trend, core curriculum. When you look at the institutions around the world, are we, Savanja University, the only institution doing this kind of a unique combination? No. For instance, respectable universities like California Technical University, to which we are quite similar in many aspects, University of Chicago, Harvard, Leiden University in the Netherlands, Columbia College, University of Seoul in South Korea, King's College, UK, University of Freiburg in Germany, and many other institutions are doing something very similar to Savanja. And the idea is the following. You have a common and mandatory set of courses to be completed mostly before you specialize and thereafter under you graduate. Now, what does that mean? All of you, irrespective of what you would like to do in your area of specialization, it could be computer science, it could be material science, it could be economics, it could be international studies, it could be visual arts and communications design, it doesn't matter. We all give you first a set of common courses, and then still in your second, third, fourth year, sophomore, junior, senior, you still take a small amount of core courses again. So in total, this is important, one third of your graduation credit load, credit required for you to graduate from your program, comes from the core, the Foundations Development Program, FDP, as we call it. Now, why are we doing this? Well, you know why are we doing this, because you're here. You probably came here with the consciousness that this works. This has some value in it. Unlike a conventional university, we first focus on this foundation thing because we believe in the educational outcome. We believe that this program works. It creates graduates that the world needs. It creates graduates that the job market demands. It creates graduates that are very open to interdisciplinary collaboration and able to do state-of-the-art science if they want to be academics. We believe there are many valuable outcomes of this kind of a foundation/core system. Informed and free choice is also one of the reasons why we do this. Informed and free choice. What does that mean? Informed and free choice. It means the following. If you do choose a program after being exposed to topics that are outside your realm of comfort zone, if you step out of your comfort zone, you're very good with mathematics, you try to do some sociology, history, algorithm, and other things. If you are good at writing codes, but you step out of your comfort zone and try to do a bit of biology, chemistry, and physics, that's not bad. That's actually proven to be very good because it develops you intellectually to match pieces of puzzle in real life, which in real life, as you know, we have very complex questions, and these complex questions demand interdisciplinary approaches. This kind of a system helps you with that. It widens your intellectual horizons, and in the specific case of Turkish students, but also this is something that we observe among our international students, this common set of courses help us do level benchmarking, bringing all of you to a certain basic level with which you can then make an informed and free choice of specialization major. We give you multiple skill sets which prepare you for both academic and open job markets, all right? That's why we do this. Liberal arts tradition and the core curriculum, as I've been telling you, they both have very old histories. Let me just say a few minutes, in 2 minutes, about why these old higher education traditions are valued very much, even in 2021. Liberal arts is a classical model designed to educate free thinkers and critical thinkers. Its history goes back to ancient Greece. Don't worry, we're going to talk about it in another course when we are together again in freshman. But it's really an old tradition. And the bottom line is to create people who are a little bit extraordinary, free thinkers, have basic knowledge of multiple disciplines. The other higher education tradition, the more contemporary one, which is formed around the beginning of the 20th century, a very famous example comes from the famous American university, Columbia College in 1919. This core model is a modern iteration version, like version 2.0, a modern iteration of the old liberal arts. It emphasizes cultural canons and masterpieces, things you must read to understand the human experience, things you must read to understand basics of science kind of an approach. It emphasizes cultural canons and masterpieces, more of a method structured than standalone philosophy. Both these traditions, core and liberal arts, changed obviously throughout centuries, all right? Well, in the case of liberal arts, throughout centuries, in the case of core curriculum, in the last 100 years or so. These traditions passed on to modern institutions and reinvented several times. Look at this interesting example. This is a photograph from a manuscript, handwritten book from 12th century describing a common curriculum. Look at the courses people were expected to finish and master in the 12th century medieval Europe. Arithmetics, geometry, astronomy, grammar, rhetoric, dialect, music. Today, of course, our common core curriculum is different. Columbia's core curriculum is different. Caltech's core curriculum is different, but the logic is the same. We look at the world around us. We look at how we do science today. We look at social challenges. And in order to create free and critical thinkers, we create this basic group of courses. The classical model emphasized connections between disciplines. Contemporary models do that as well. Classical models emphasized universality of critical thinking. Anything and everything is within the realm of critical questioning, within the realm of scientific thinking. We do the same here. Or any other university that does liberal arts core curriculum does it the same way. Taking active roles in civic life, that's so unique. Savanja University was the first university in Turkey to do that in 1999. We say, we, graduates of Savanja University, irrespective of where we come from, all humanity, not only citizens of Turkey, all humanity, humans of this world, adapt. Because it is a privilege still in this world of 2021 to be able to come to a college, acquire knowledge. We should pay our debt back to the society by doing a civic involvement project. Savanja has that unique thing. You're going to see that in a second. It's a classical part of this education. Contemporary versions of what we do in Asia, in EU area, in United States includes courses like arts, mathematics, natural sciences, philosophy, religious studies, social sciences. Savanja doesn't have a theology program or department, so we don't have the religious studies, but all the others are integral parts of our core as well. What are the keywords of this system, of this common course? Polymath, lifelong learner, engaged citizenship, critical thinking, informed specialization, interdisciplinary. Believe it or not, I'm not just throwing words at you. These are things that we think a lot about when we design our core curriculum. Polymath, a person that has basic ability to understand multiple disciplines and the basic skill set required to navigate among those areas. Lifelong learner. Oh, this is so important. Especially after COVID-19, with digitalization of higher education, digitalization of workspace, the ever-changing dynamism of the capitalist world markets demand from us that we constantly reinvent ourselves throughout our lives. The old boomer generation promise of finish one university, get a diploma, get a job, work at that job for 35, 40 years, and then retire. That's over. You need to constantly reinvent yourself, re-educate yourself. What is the greatest way to do that? To have a very large and solid foundation in your university undergraduate years so that you can become a lifelong learner. That's an aim we have. Engaged citizenship, social responsibility, critical thinking. This is easier said than done. I think you will appreciate the way we build our core curriculum, the way we conduct our courses. In each one of them, it is embedded with skills that encourage critical thinking. Informed specialization, choosing your major and your minors with more consciousness about sciences and disciplines. And finally, I love this one, interdisciplinary approaches. You'll see, even our program names, even our major program names are interdisciplinary names. And for a purpose, because we believe that real life questions, real life challenges are complex. Complex questions or challenges require complex approaches informed by multiple disciplines. So yes, disciplinary boundaries are useful sometimes, but we should always remember that we can make use of multiple disciplines to approach an engineering question, a question about money and finance, a question about human societies and the challenges they face, such as the global warming or climate change. So that's also at the heart of our thinking. What exactly is the Savanja model? Hocam, we got this. There are other institutions doing this in the world as well. Which institutions are you similar with? Well, Savanja resembles the contemporary American liberal arts and science college models, meaning we have an emphasis on small classes. Sometimes you'll have these big lectures here in this hall, but then they will be divided into smaller discussion sessions and recitations and so on and so forth in your freshman year. Then you will move to sophomore, junior, senior. Most of the time, your classroom size will be small. You have open door policy. You'll have access to your professors. So that emphasis of giving student a lot of time in the classroom, a lot of time with the professor, a lot of time in the lab, that exists with us as well. Special focus on teaching. Needless to say, Savanja is very successful at research and aims to be even more successful. But for teaching, we have this very special emphasis. We want to have our students experience active student-centered learning. This right now is a monologue. I speak, you listen. And some of you are getting tired. This is not always going to be the case. Most of our education is based around observing something first and then using it, getting your hands dirty with that practice. Student-professor ratio, very good student-professor ratio at Savanja, just like the American universities. Higher rates of residence on the campus. This, unfortunately, wasn't possible last year because of COVID-19. I'm so happy to see you here. Starting from this September onwards, hopefully, we'll get back to our old normal, which is having a lot of students on the campus. Specialization by choice and a core curriculum, a fixed set of courses. How do we do this? These core set of courses give you both content and skill. It gives you ideas about and possibilities for civic involvement. It links you with your specialization. It has student-centered learning. It gives you possibility of early research engagement and very high campus residence during your first years. This is how your life will look like. If you've successfully completed the English examination, you'll start with a freshman year. If you haven't done so, you'll go to foundations development year, academic language preparation year. If you pass the exam, you are going to go to freshman year, the blue box. I'll see you there. I'm one of the professors in the freshman year. A lot of common courses. Almost all of freshman is about common courses. Then you'll successfully complete that, declare your specialization probably, and then you will move on to second, third, and fourth year. you will still see us, the Foundations Development Program, because there'll be some little amount of courses in second, third, fourth year as well. In total, 1/3 of your credit. And throughout your undergraduate education, you can always do civic involvement projects. You must do them at least for once, but you can do them multiple times as well. So what constitutes the backbone of this core curriculum system? What's at the heart of it? University courses. Again, Savanja vocabulary. We call core curriculums mandatory common courses. We call them UCs, university courses. University courses are all of them. Natural sciences, algorithmic thinking, social and political sciences 101, 102, Turkish language and literature, all of them without any exception are designed to be intellectual toolbox courses. Mandatory to all students, core of the model's philosophy. The courses aim to relate with each other and specialization areas. The courses are usually under constant update because the world is changing. We've updated them at least 4 times since the COVID-19. The courses are designed to promote interdisciplinary thinking. And most importantly, green box down there, all university courses are designed for all of you. I know some of you want to be computer scientists. Well, most of you. I know some of you want to be industrial engineers. Some of you want to go into economics. We know where you would like to go. We are in touch with your course, major programs, and we've designed this with that in mind. Initially, it will feel like, why am I taking this course? I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Is this the right place to be for me? Don't worry, you're in safe hands. In time, you will understand that all of this makes great sense to you. Here are our courses. Don't worry, you'll learn more about them. It's not for this orientation day for you to learn about them. At the University Center, second floor, right behind the Starbucks and the food court, we have our office. At the entrance of our office, you can see these wonderful posters. They are there to promote the content of our courses. Common courses are the following. The yellow ones are in freshman year. The blue ones are taken after the freshman year. As you can see, some of these courses are hybrid this term. Some of them are digital. And don't feel confused about which one is what. We've prepared for you a detailed chart about which course happens in which format and how you can attend them. Basically, all of these courses will describe their aims and content to you during their first week. Just let me to give you a very brief list. Log into SuCourse Plus, check the syllabi, and you can get more information. The blue part is going to happen after the freshman. Well, Prosh 201, you can take it still in the freshman, but many people take it after freshman. Humanities, major works courses, and SPS 303, they happen later. Freshman year, the first group of courses in the first and second semester. So, let me finish by saying a few words about hybrid. A hybrid freshman, how will it work? Please look at the right-hand side of the presentation. This is how it's going to work. I would strongly suggest you, and I suggested this previous year when everything was digital as well, create a calendar with alarms. I'm sure all of you have smart devices. When things are hybrid, digital, when freshman is overwhelming, it's a great idea to plan your schedule ahead of time. Really, set alarms, set schedules. Design your weekly rhythm. Know in your head what's going to happen the upcoming week. Attend or find a spot to focus. I'm so happy that we're able to give you the chance to come to campus. I know there are still restrictions, but attend as much as it's possible. And if not possible, still come to campus, use designated study spaces, or be at your comfort zone, at home or at the dorm. Attend on time and on live. Do a physical exercise routine. This is not a joke. Sitting together, listening to 3 two-hour courses. So listening to lectures for 6 hours is not an easy task for your body. Our bodies did not evolve to sit on chairs for 6 hours. Do a physical routine for yourself. Keep up, keep calm, utilize your opportunity. Avoid cancel culture. I'm being serious here. This will be a challenging term. Obviously, not everything will work perfectly. You'll find coming to Turkey challenging, perhaps. You'll find the new system different. Don't demoralize yourself. Don't create this negative vibe. Try to cheer up, because we are always here. Our door is open. Find us, talk to us. This is an institution that hears your voice. Stay connected with us, professors, with your friends, and be aware. We shall persevere. We'll make the best out of this unique situation. There are hybrid and online modes of delivery. We always give you access to courses synchronously, on the spot, live, and also on record. Our on-campus presence means that at one point your courses will have, this is important, on-campus examinations this term. The details are in the syllabi of your respective courses. The thumb rule, the general idea is the following. Quizzes, homeworks, they could be digital, check the course, but major examinations, midterms and finals, will be on the campus. Yes. Oh, also, online on-campus office hours. This year, in order to increase interaction with you, we're trying something new for freshman courses. We're trying to come up with these special hours at which we can meet outside the classroom to do some Q&A and talking. All of this information is published like this. I know this is a horribly complex thing. I'm not going to go into detail. This is on MySU. Check it before you go to your courses. This is a detailed rundown of which course is happening in which format. So, are you ready for your journey? I hope you are. We're happy to have you on the campus. Please raise your smartphones. I know you must have some smartphones. Go to these QR codes, whichever one of them. We have this lovely website. We have a nice Spotify list for you, a Twitter account, an Instagram account. Let me move apart. Follow us, the Foundations Development Program. Contact with us if you have any problems understanding the system or accessing to resources. Thank you for listening. It was a pleasure to have you. Have a very, very nice, productive academic year. Stay happy, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Emre, for your presentation. Last but not least, we will have a presentation by the School of Languages presented by Professor Jacqueline Eiler.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Savanja University. I'm Jacqueline Eiler, the director of the School of Languages. And with me, I have Pınar Gündüz, who is the program coordinator. We and all the teachers at the School of Languages are very happy to be on campus with you this semester. What we're going to tell you about today is, yes, please. Move on. And here you can see our School of Languages building. Unfortunately, as the classrooms are small, we won't be using the classrooms. We'll be using bigger classrooms in other buildings. But maybe I should let Pınar say some things in Turkish. No spare microphone? You've got to get a microphone on your collar. Okay. And sorry, Pınar, maybe I should just say something before you get started. As we're going to be talking about the English Prep School, the Foundations Development Year, and as students, you are international students, and as some of you who are in the lower roots, or the majority of you who are in the lower roots are Azeri speakers, we're going to be doing this in both English and Turkish. Okay, thanks, Pınar.
Merhabalar, hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Aranızda İngilizce bilmeyen uluslararası öğrenciler de olduğu için ben tercüme etmeye çalışacağım. Direktörümüz Jacqueline Ayner. Ben de program koordinatörü Pınar Gündüz. Hepinizi burada karşılamaktan çok çok mutluyuz, aramızda görmekten. Bugün size biraz işleyişimizle ilgili bilgi vermeye çalışacağız. Biz diğer üniversitelerin hazırlık adını verdiği ama Sabancı Üniversitesi'nde temel geliştirme yılı İngilizce programı diye adlandırdığımız programdayız. Dolayısıyla eğer İngilizce hazırlık okuyacaksanız bizimle birlikte olacaksınız bu sene.
Okay.
Bu bizim binamız. Haftanın belli günlerinde bu binayı kullanıp, yani belki bizi ziyaret edeceksiniz. Ama genellikle dersleriniz ya online olacak ya da diğer binalarda olacak.
We're going to be facing a challenge altogether, but hopefully we'll pass through it successfully as long as we stick to the guidelines. And we'll be telling you about some of those guidelines today, and we'll also be telling you about how we teach English, why we do what we do, and how our classes will be during these pandemic times.
Sürecimiz tabii ki zorlukları olan bir süreç olacak. Hem online derslerimiz, uzaktan eğitim derslerimiz hem yüz yüze eğitimi birleştirmeye çalışacağız. Ama bazı prensiplere bağlı olarak bunların üzerinden hep beraber geleceğimize inanıyoruz.
Now, I mentioned before that our prep school is called the Foundations Development Year, and that's because we're helping you to lay the foundations for really good English so that when you go to faculty, you'll be able to carry out all the learning and studying and assignments and exams that you need to do in English to demonstrate your learning to the best of your ability. And the other thing is, it's called a year, the Foundations Development Year, and on average, students do stay with us for about a year, but it can be as short as 1 semester or as long as 4 semesters.
Programımızın adı daha önce de bahsettiğim gibi temel geliştirme yılıdır. Bunun bu şekilde adlandırılmasının en büyük sebebi aslında bizim sadece İngilizceyi size vermek değil, ama fakültede ihtiyacınız olacak olan tüm akademik becerileri vermek için burada olmamızdır.
Okay. Yeah. And let's tell you what our approach to teaching English is. Our approach is to do exactly what you need to do in faculty, and we talk to the faculty teachers, the professors, the instructors, like Emre Hoca, who was talking to you previously. And of course, as you can guess, what they tell us is that you need to go to lectures, listen and understand and take notes. You need to read articles and books and make notes from those articles and books. And then you need to go to discussion sessions where you talk about all the information that you've read and heard. You talk about different claims, you talk about the evidence, and you talk about what you think about those things. And then afterwards, you need to demonstrate by answering questions, prompts, in exams or in assignments, in either a written or spoken way, using all the information that you have learned and putting it orally or in written form into essays, short answers, etc. One important thing. And we take all of that and use it as the basis of our curriculum and our assessment in FDY.
Bizim programımızı oluşturma şeklimiz şöyle. Fakülte ihtiyaçlarınızı birebir çok iyi bilebildiğimiz için biz bunu nereden biliyoruz? Az önce Emre hocamızın anlattığı gibi üniversite dersleri ortak olduğu için üniversite derslerinde bütün öğrencilerimizin ihtiyaçları konuşma bakımından, yazma bakımından, hangi dinleme ve okuma becerilerine sahip olmanız gerektiği bakımından bizim için çok net. Bu araştırmalarımız sonucunda fakültedeki hocalarınızla görüşmelerimiz, mülakatlarımız, onlardan aldığımız bilgiler, onların derslerini analizimiz sonucunda kendi programımızı oluşturduk. Ve orada öğrendiğimiz şey de şu, sizlerin fakültede lecture'lara girip, yani derslere girip uzun süreler boyunca, örneğin 50 dakika, sonra tekrar bir 50 dakika not alabilmeniz gerekiyor. Aynı zamanda makaleleri akşamdan okuyup, derse girmeden önce, kenarlarına not alabilmeniz gerekiyor. Sonra sınıfta bu aldığınız notları bir araya getirerek, sentezleyerek argümanlar geliştirmeniz ya da geliştirilen argümanlara kanıtlar sunmanız ya da karşı çıkmanız bekleniyor. Dolayısıyla bütün bu becerileri temel geliştirme yılında biz size vermeye çalışıyoruz.
And could we move to the next slide, please? Thank you. And of course, in order to be able to do this, besides the skills of reading, listening, speaking, writing, you need really good grammar and really good vocabulary. Now, to make sure you can take a shortcut, because there are many words in English, and learn the vocabulary that can help you the best, we have, for example, used computer programs to analyze the texts that are used in the Common Core courses that Emre Hoca was talking about, and we know which words are the most frequent content words. And here you can see an example of some of the analysis. So we focus on the words in yellow, the content words, not the grammar words like of, where, was, the, but the content words which tell you what a text is about, like political, societies, religious, Europe, state, for example. And we put those words, or make sure they come up in the reading and listening texts that we use in the Foundations Development Year with our students. We also put these words and many other words into the teaching and learning programs so students know which words to focus on. And our teachers help students, guide students in how to learn all of these words successfully in a productive way so that they can use them both in their writing and speaking, of course, and understand them when they hear them.
Aynı zamanda üniversite kurslarına yaptığımız bu analizlerde onların ders kitaplarını analiz ettiğimizde en çok kullanılan kelimelerin de bir analizini yaptık ve burada onun bir örneğini görüyorsunuz. Örneğin az önce Emre Hoca'nın bahsettiği SPS dersinde en sık karşılaşılan kelimeler nedir? Bunların analizi sonucunda böyle bir kelime listesi oluşturduk. Bu kelime listelerinde sizin üniversite derslerinde en çok karşınıza çıkacak olan, yani lecture'larda, yani dersi dinlerken ya da ders okumalarını yaparken en sık karşılaşacağınız kelimeleri biz kendi temel geliştirme yılı İngilizce kitaplarının içerisine yerleştirdik. Böylece sizin fakülte sürecine hazırlığınız da daha temel geliştirme yılında başlamış olacak. Çünkü kelime bilgisi, gramer bilgisinin yanı sıra tabii ki dilin esansıdır. Dolayısıyla ne kadar çok kelime bilirseniz de fakültede o kadar rahat olacaksınız.
And Pınar Hoca just touched on something really important. The more words you know, the easier it will be for you in faculty. So please, while you are in FDY, make it your goal to learn 10,000 words. And then when you pass to faculty, make it your goal to keep learning over the following 4 years so that when you graduate, you have a vocabulary range of 40,000 words.
Amacınız temel geliştirme yılı sürecinde 10.000 kelimeye ulaşmak olmalıdır. Bu 10.000 kelime sizin fakülte kurslarınla başarı çıkabilmeniz için yardımcı olacaktır. Ancak fakültede de kelime öğrenmeye devam etmelisiniz ki fakülte sonucunda mezun olduğunuzda dili çok rahat bir şekilde konuşabilin ve işlerinizde de kullanabilin. Bunda da 40.000 kelimeyi hedefliyor olmalısınız mezun olana kadar.
Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So how do we teach you English actually? Well, you've understood that we use written text and spoken text, and those texts are very related to academic life because we want it to be reflecting what you need to do in faculty. And we've gathered all those texts together based on certain themes, and we've created our own textbooks using these texts. And the themes that we focus on are things like, for example, change in its repercussions, artificial intelligence, breakthroughs and discoveries in health and medicine, those kind of things. And we use the text to draw out grammar and vocabulary and use those to teach you. We use the texts for you to practice the skills of reading, listening, speaking, and writing. And the tasks that we use, besides helping you learn English, they also help you with 21st century skills. Skills like critical and creative thinking, being collaborative, and learning to be an autonomous learner so that you can continue on during your faculty years.
Bütün bu anlattığımız şeyleri daha önce bahsettiğimiz gibi kendi kitaplarımızla yapmaya çalışıyoruz. Bu kitaplarda fakülte kurslarında karşınıza çıkacak olan ana temalara da hazırlık yapmaya çalışıyoruz ki en azından bir fikriniz olsun diye ve bu kelimeleri de size verebilmek için. Dolayısıyla biz temalarımızı da fakülte ihtiyaçlarına yönelik hazırlıyoruz ve öğrettiğimiz kelimeleri ve gramerleri de bu temalar içerisine yerleştiriyoruz. Okuma parçalarının ve dinleme parçalarının yanı sıra aynı zamanda 21. yüzyıl becerileri dediğimiz becerileri de temel geliştirme yılında çok üzerinde duruyoruz. Örneğin yaratıcı ve eleştirel düşünme ya da birbirinizle çalışmanız ve beraber ortaya bir ürün çıkarmanız ya da bağımsız olabilmeyi, bağımsız çalışabilmeyi öğrenme gibi becerilerin de üzerinde çok duruyoruz.
Okay, that's what we do in general. Now let's move on to the next slide and tell you exactly how our classes are going to be. So, in FDY, there are 20 hours of lessons every week. And of course, that means 4 hours of lessons per day. You will have 2 to 3 teachers who come and teach your class. And of those 5 days, 3 of the days will be face-to-face in classrooms. The lessons in the classrooms won't be live streamed. They won't be recorded. So you need to come to class and be in class on those 3 days of the week. Our classrooms are ready. The desks are placed with enough distance between them for social distancing. Of course, you need to wear a mask in class, and you need to have been fully vaccinated, or you need to bring a negative PCR test result twice a week. For the other 2 days of the week, classes will continue online. But those online classes will be together with the same 16 or 17 students that you are together with in face-to-face classes and with your teachers, same teachers. And you will be together again for 4 hours live online using Zoom. Besides what you do in the classroom, we also expect you to do homework. Your teachers will be assigning you homework. On top of that, you need to do self-study. We have self-study materials available, and our teachers will show you how to access them. Also, if you find your own things that you are interested in reading, in listening to, our teachers will guide you and show you how to use whatever material you find and are interested in, how you can use that to develop your English yourselves. And of course, you'll need laptops. We might not ask you to bring them to class every day, but we need them for exams. We need them for you to be able to access the texts that we are going to give you. We need them for you to be able to access the self-study materials. So everyone will need a laptop.
Sınıflarımızla ilgili bazı küçük bilgileri üzerinden geçmek istiyoruz şimdi. Derslerimiz haftada 20 saat olacaktır. Haftada 20 saat ve günde 4 saat olacaktır. Her sınıfın 2 ya da 3 hocası olmaktadır. 2 ya da 3 hoca paylaşmaktadır. Derslerin 3 günü yüz yüze sınıfta hocalarınızla, 2 günü ise online yine aynı hocalarınızla olacaktır. Sınıftaki derslerin yalnız online bir şekilde, uzaktan bir şekilde yayını yoktur. Dolayısıyla o günler muhakkak sınıfta olmanız gerekmektedir. Sınıflarımız sosyal mesafe kurallarına uygun olarak düzenlendiğinden hiç endişeniz olmasın. Sınıflarda maske takmak zorunludur hem hocalarımız için hem öğrencilerimiz için ve ya aşı sürecinizin tamamlanmış olması gerekmektedir ya da haftada 2 kere PCR testi getirmeniz gerekmektedir derslere girebilmek için. Bahsettiğimiz gibi 8 saat, yani haftada 2 gün online olarak uzaktan verilecektir ve bu uzaktan olan günlerde Zoom platformu aracılığıyla hocalarınıza bağlanacaksınız ve herkes online olacak. Herkes uzaktan erişimle bağlanıyor olacak o gün. Derslerimizin yanı sıra öğleden sonraları özellikle birebir ya da belki bazen küçük grup görüşmeleri de olabilir. Bu görüşmeler genellikle zorunlu olduğu halde hem sizden gelen taleplerle hem de hocalarınızdan gelen taleplerle bireysel çalışmalar da yapılmaktadır, ek bireysel çalışmalar. Bunun yanı sıra ödev de programımızın çok önemli bir parçasıdır. Çünkü sınıftan sonra, dersten sonra öğrenmeye devam etmeniz de bizim için çok çok önemli. Bu yüzden laptop getirmeniz muhakkak gerekli. Laptop sahibi olmanız muhakkak gerekli. Her gün getirmeniz gerekmeyecek ama örneğin sınavlarınız laptop üzerinden olacak. Onun için gerekli olacak. Aynı zamanda uzaktan öğrenme platformumuza da erişebilmeniz çok önemli. Dolayısıyla bir laptopa ihtiyacınız var.
And Pinar Hoca just reminded me that there are also tutorials, which I didn't mention when I was talking, that will take place online. They're individual tutorials. You will meet with your teacher outside of class hours, probably around once a week. Your teachers, speaking of your teachers, they will get in contact with you soon via email to let you know about your schedules, to welcome you, to tell you where you need to go on Monday. So please keep watching out for your emails and check to see what your teachers say to you. Also, please be aware that the online classes and face-to-face classes can be different from one class to another class, the days of the week on which you come. So please watch out for the emails from your teachers. Don't just ask your friends. Or you can also check your schedule on MySu. It'll be released soon today.
Sınıf hocalarınız çok yakın bir zamanda size merhaba mailinizi atacaktır. Ve bu mailde de size programınızı paylaşacaklar. Programınız aynı zamanda MySu üzerinden de paylaşılacaktır. Bu programı takip etmeniz çok önemli çünkü aynı rotada olduğunuz halde, yani aynı seviyede olduğunuz halde diğer sınıflar farklı günlerde yüz yüze eğitim yapıyor olabilir sizinkisinden. Dolayısıyla kendi programınızı bilmeniz çok çok önemlidir.
Great. Could we go to the next slide, please? Okay, so now let's tell you about how you can progress through the School of Languages. There are a lot of details, but I can just give you some brief information. Your teachers will give you more of the details for your particular route next week. In the School of Languages, we go from zero beginner right up through the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages levels, which go from A1 right up to C2, but C2 means native speaker level. In the School of Languages, our exit level is B2, something like upper intermediate. You can see Route 1, the blue rectangle on the screen. Oh, and what you should also notice is that the routes overlap. So you don't have to pass through all the routes, actually, because they overlap. Maybe I'll let Pinar do that part before I move on to more details.
Sistemimizi pazartesi günü hocalarınız size daha detaylı olarak anlatacaklar. Ama çok kısa bilgi vermek gerekirse biz seviyelerimize rota adını veriyoruz. Ve 4 tane rotamız var gördüğünüz gibi. Bu rota seviyeleri en alt seviyeden, yani hiç İngilizce bilmeyen ya da çok az İngilizce bilen öğrencilerimizin oluştuğu rota 1 seviyesinden A1 seviyesi oluyor bu. Bu da ortak Avrupa Dil Referans Çerçevesi'ne göredir. Artık çok sık kullanılmaya başladığı için biliyor olabilirsiniz. A1'den başlayarak B2 seviyesine kadar çıkmaktadır. Ancak her rotada öğrenim görmenize ihtiyacınız olmayacak. Sistemimizi dediğim gibi hocalarımız anlatacaklar ama gördüğünüz gibi örtüşmeler dolayısıyla sadece 2 rotayı okuyarak fakültenize gidebiliyor olacaksınız. Rota 4'ü geçmeniz kaydıyla.
As time's passing, we won't go into more details about that. Maybe we'll just pass on to tell you about actually what successfully passing a route or the exit level route 4 actually entails. So let's move to the next slide, please. Okay, we use continuous assessment. which means that we use a number of different assessment types, exams, assignments, spread out throughout the whole semester. And I'll let you do that part.
Geleneksel sınav sistemi yerine sürece dayalı bir sınav sistemini benimsiyoruz. Dolayısıyla burada gördüğünüz, birazdan üzerinden geçeceğimiz sınav tiplerinin ortak bir notunu almanız gerekiyor. Yani ortalama bir notunu almanız gerekiyor geçmek için.
Okay. And you can see that we're going to, depending on the route that you're in, ask you to do some oral assessment. It can be talking individually, or it could be talking with a partner, or it could be talking in groups. And our teachers will assess you on that, and that will take place online. We'll also have midterms, and in the midterm, we'll focus on grammar and vocabulary. That will be face-to-face in the classroom. We'll have a final, which focuses on, again, grammar and vocabulary, but also reading and listening, the skills, what we explained to you before, maybe comprehension questions, maybe note-taking questions. The final will be face-to-face in the classroom. There'll be writing exams, again, depending on the route you're in. It could be one, it could be two. Again, they will, like we explained to you, they will be text-based. We'll get you to read something, and then we'll get you to write something based on it, and those will take place in the classroom. Besides exams, we also have other assessment tools. For example, we have something called the Learning Portfolio, where you carry out writing tasks or speaking tasks. You get feedback from your teachers, and then you do it again. We, of course, like I mentioned, ask you to do homework, and we keep homework records. We take notice of how you participate in the classroom. We take notice of your attendance. And if you happen to be at Route 3, we'll also get you to do some collaborative work outside the classroom in groups. And all of these get some grades. And as Pinar mentioned, all of the grades from the exams and from the other assessment tools are averaged together at the end of the semester. And if you have an average of 70 or above, it means you pass, and you can go either, if you're exiting Route 4, you go to faculty, or if you're exiting, or if you've passed one of the routes, then you go to the next route.
Sınav sistemimizde şu sınavlar yer almaktadır. Konuşma sınavı bu uzaktan olacaktır, Zoom üzerinden. Bireysel ya da küçük grup ya da 2 kişinin aynı anda konuşmasıyla olacak sınavlardır. Bunların detayları pazartesi günü verilecek zaten. Vize sınavımız dil bilgisi ve kelime bilgisi sınavından oluşmaktadır ve bu yüz yüze yapılacaktır, sınıf içerisinde yapılacaktır. Final sınavımız vize sınavı gibi dil bilgisi ve kelime bilgisini ölçtükten sonra onun yanı sıra da konuşma ve okuma bilgisini de test edecek ve bu sınavda yüz yüze yapılacaktır. Yazma sınavlarımız da bir diğer sınav, yüz yüze yapılacak olan bir diğer sınav. Bunun dışında bütün kurs boyunca sizin süreç dediğimiz gibi süreç odaklı olan sınavlarımız da var. Kurs boyunca toplayacağınız örneğin öğrenme portfolyomuz, öğrenme dosyanızı oluşturacaksınız ve bunun üzerinden not alacaksınız. Aynı zamanda ödev, katılım bizim için çok çok önemli. Derslere gelmek, bunların hepsi için ayrıca notlar alınmaktadır. Rota 3'te olacaksanız da diğer öğrencilerle küçük gruplar halinde çalışarak yapacağınız bir proje bulunmakta. Buna da Collaborative Learning adını veriyoruz. Ders geçme notumuz 70'tir. Bu rota 4'teyseniz fakülteye geçme notudur. Herhangi bir alt rotadaysanız ise bir üst rotaya geçme notudur.
Okay. And let's pass to the next slide. Now, you've met me and Pinar, and here is our contact information. Besides your teachers, there are 3 other people that you will probably get in contact with while you are at the School of Languages: the Learner Support Coordinator, the Administrative Affairs Manager, and the Administrative Assistant. If you like, take a screenshot now so you have these important contact details, or with your phone, take a shot of the screen. We'd love to see you in our office, SL1006, when you don't have problems. But when you do have problems, we're there ready to help you.
Direktörümüz Jacqueline Ayner ve benimle tanıştınız bugün ama diğer 3 kişi daha var. Büyük ihtimalle sık sık konuşmanız gerekebileceği. Bunlardan biri Sonat Demirdirek, öğrenci destek koordinatörümüz. Aslı Tuğan Acar ve Nilay Diriker de diğer akademik konularda, örneğin bir dilekçe olduğunda sizinle iletişime geçecek olan diğer kişiler. Dolayısıyla isterseniz bir fotoğrafını çekerseniz ihtiyacınız olduğunda elinizin altında olabilir.
Okay, and just when you do come to our office, of course, you're probably going to recognize me and Pinar now, but if we could just go to the next slide, we can show you our Learner Support Coordinator, Sonat Hoca, our Administrative Affairs Manager, Mrs. Aslı, and our Administrative Assistant, Mrs. Nilay. Please drop in. See us when you don't have problems as well. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you for listening.
Çok teşekkür ederiz dinlediğiniz için. Burada Sonat, Aslı ve Nilay'ın fotoğraflarını görebiliyorsunuz. Ofislere geldiğinizde rahatça tanıyabilmeniz için. Hepinize çok teşekkür ederiz geldiğiniz ve bizi dinlediğiniz için.
If you have any questions, we have 2 minutes.
Sorunuz varsa 2 dakikamız var.
Yes? Turkish classes for learning Turkish. We offer such things, but we need to have 10 students in the class to be able to open it. So we'll offer it. We'll try to gather 10 students who want to take it. And hopefully we will be able to teach you some Turkish. It depends on, so you probably will be in Foundations Development Year. Is that correct? You're a freshman. In that case, yes, you can. You can take Tour 101. Please talk to Mrs. Aslı, and she'll guide you on that. Okay, no more questions. Lovely to meet you. Bye for now.
Teşekkür ederim.
Thank you very much, Ms. Pınar and Ms. Jacqueline, for your presentation. This marks the end of the first half of today's sessions. In the second half, you can see the start timetable for the second half in the orientation program. There will be presentations done by the International Relations Office, and we highly recommend you to attend those whether in person or online. And we also be playing games, and there might even be, special surprise gifts for the winners. But right now, up next on the program, on the grass field in front of the University Center, we have events prepared for you, so feel free to attend to them after you leave the space. Thank you very much, everybody, for attending, and thank you for listening to us, and we wish you a lovely rest of the day. Bye.